Hi guys, Dorothy here, professional astrologer. Today I'm going to talk to you about the week of November 26th. So there is a lot going on like there is every week. I'm going to kind of gather it all together and see what sense we can make of this week. So you have some idea of what to expect and you can use these energies to the best of your ability. All right, so I'm going to get started in just a second. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Thank you for joining me here today. Remember, nhastrologer.com is where you can find me. I am a professional astrologer. This is not a hobby for me. This is my profession. So, lots of experience if you want your own sessions. I do mentorship, I do a lot of teaching, a lot of lectures. This year coming up, December 1st and December 2nd, if you're in New England, I have myself and my colleague, Darlene Chadbourne, are doing our annual forecast for next year. So for 2019, come to my website and you can see where and when, and you can ask questions and stuff there too, or even in the comments below. So let's get started. Thanks for listening to that. November 26th, Monday, November 26th, there is a lot going on. Got a lot written on my whiteboard. I'm so high tech. I don't care. This is how we do it. So on Monday, there is a boatload of things, right? There's the Sun conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius. Now they're only a degree off of Mercury in Sagittarius retrograde. What does that big mouthful of astrology means? It means this is an opportunity for you to step up and do something that you love. Step into something that you've been waiting to do, or, sort of having this idea like, I've always wanted to learn something. Pick what that something is and dive into it. This is one of the very positive ways we can use this Sagittarius energy with the Sun, Jupiter, and retrograde Mercury in Sag. It's fantastic. I think of it like this. The other day I went and saw the Freddie Mercury movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. Fantastic if you haven't seen it. I grew up with him in my life, right? Listening to his music. But I was too busy being a young mom and raising my family. I never went to any of the concerts. And after seeing that movie, it made me realize it's like, I mean, it's not a major regret in life, but it's a little bit of a regret. I'm like, oh my God, I never got to experience him in person. And it just made me think about that for a little bit. I mean, it's not depressing or anything, so don't get upset. But it's like, it reminds me of this Sagittarius energy that we have really strongly going on Monday and Tuesday, 26, 27, even into the 28th of November, because that's all about enjoying life, having fun, experiencing things in life. And so if you have something that you've always wanted to do, especially learning something or experiencing something, this is what I want you to do with the Sagittarius energy, all right? Because we know I can give you all the keywords for Sag and Jupiter, which is expansive and all of those great things. But I want you to use the retrograde with Mercury, with Sun, Jupiter in that way. Look at what it is that you haven't done, that you've always been wanting to do, and figure a way how you can do it, or at least take a step towards that direction. All right? That's what I want you to think about and to work on for Monday and Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. So, let's see, where are we at now? Let's move on. There's plenty of other things going on, actually. Moon opposite Pluto on Monday as well. So that gives us a deeper sense and a deeper connection to our emotions. So if we're emotionally connected to the things I just said, finding something that you've never done before and you've always wanted to do, then we can really feel a deep sense of commitment to something like that. All right? On the 27th, Moon in Leo, trining all that fiery Sagittarius energy is creative, it's fun, what else? Very productive. Take the beginning of this week and either whatever you're doing that's maybe fun or a hobby, or if you've got a work project, this will really light a fire under our rear ends and really get the creative juices flowing. So I love this. This is what the whole week is about, in the way I'm seeing it, because I love to be optimistic and I love to have this bright outlook on things. So let's move on. Thursday, the moon in Virgo is definitely going to help reel us in a little bit. Get away from a little of that, so much of that fire, because the moon in Virgo is very precise and very detail oriented. It is really trying to filter all the information that's gone on while the moon was in the sign of Leo, and all that creative actions and thoughts and processes. Now that the moon's in Virgo on Thursday and Friday, we have an opportunity again to sort of categorize everything that's been going on for the last few days, which is fantastic. So, but we also have on Friday a thing that us astrologers call the Grand Cross, and it's in the cardinal signs. That means we just have 4 things at 4 corners in the astrology of the day. And the first 2 things are the North and South Node. Now they're relating to the eclipses that we have coming up for the next 18 months, which will be in the Cancer and the Capricorn energies, because they're straight across the chart, because eclipses are either new moons or full moons. And all right, that's the science. I won't go down that rabbit hole today. And we also have Venus and Uranus across from that. So it's just a big cross. It just, looks like that. Doesn't matter which way it is. What does all of this mean? So on Friday, we're having this sense of, now that the nodes have moved into the Capricorn and Cancer opposition, we're focusing really hard on working and trying to stay in control, as opposed to feeling cared for and nurtured and trusting how we feel about things. I'll go into this a lot more throughout the year, because this is where our eclipses are. And the first batch of eclipses start in January. And just so you know, in the middle, put this smack dab in the middle of things, I've never done it before. I know lots of astrologers do, but I haven't done it before. So I'm going to do 12 individual forecast for 2019 for each of the zodiac signs. So just something short and sweet, but really we'll be focusing a lot on the eclipses and how they will impact each of us with our rising sign, okay? Not our sun sign, but our rising sign. Anyways, back to today. So with Friday, the 30th of November, and that Grand Cross, we are starting to move into how we're feeling again. Cared for, nurtured, do I feel secure, am I safe to open up emotionally, and multitude of things in that, in those fields, right? Now with Uranus and Venus in an opposition today, Venus is at the end of Libra, moving into Scorpio in a couple days. So when Venus and Uranus are in an opposition, in that Aries Libra opposition, it is about relationships. And I had somebody mention that they would like to have more information about finances, but right now, Venus in Libra is focused on who am I in a relationship with, opposite Uranus. So we are either inviting unique and different people into our lives, or we're really able to say what it is that we need in our relationships. All right? So it doesn't just mean your spouse. We have relationships with many people. So Venus in Libra, Uranus in Aries, we definitely need to speak up for what it is that we want. And we feel the need to do that when the planets are at final degrees, really close to the end of each zodiac sign, which they are. So we have this philosophical shift, this spiritual shift that's starting with the North and the South nodes, but we also have this very physical, present thing that's really present in our lives when it comes to, am I getting what I need in my relationships? That's what we're going to feel. And we're going to feel this coming into Friday. It isn't necessarily just on Friday, so we'll feel that. I know that's kind of big. It means it has a lot of meaning behind it. So make sure you stay present and stay aware of what you're getting from the people around you, because you're going to get a lot of information if you stay present that you can use. All right, let's move on to December 1st. Remember, on December 1st, I'll be doing the 2019 astrology numerology forecast up in Wells, Maine. This is the day that Mercury, there you go, Mercury is still retrograde. He moves back into the sign of Scorpio. So he's at the very end of Scorpio on Saturday. That is a great day for deep, intense research and understanding and going under the surface, because a lot of things are very superficial in the world. Mercury and Scorpio in that retrograde phase, I'm going to be able to dig in deep. That's what the beginning That's what December 1st has to hold for us. And then we're going to go on to December 2nd, which is Sunday. We have Venus moving direct into the sign of Scorpio. So what we actually have is we have Venus at 0 Scorpio and Mercury at 29 degrees of Scorpio. So they're in either end. They're like sisters, cousins, sisters, siblings. They are like siblings because they're like so close to us and they're inside our orbit next to the sun. So when I see this going on like this is just, again, opportunity for us to look at what we value, because now we're talking about Venus back into the sign of Scorpio. All relationships that you've gone through over the last couple of months, new relationships or new things that have opened up for you over the last couple of months. Now is the opportunity, while Venus moves direct through her retrograde numbers, we're having an opportunity to really see what was under the surface. Now, financially, since Venus in Scorpio has a lot to do with finances, then this is about investments and those resources that we get to use that are outside of our own earnings, okay? And that's what that Scorpio energy is about. So we know the stock market, this recording, the stock market hasn't been doing so well lately. I'm not a financial astrologer, so I can't really speak a lot to it, but I know when Venus is moving through that Scorpio energy, financially, it's where we can really dig in and get it together in whatever it is that, you know, was uncomfortable for you while she was retrograding back in October. All right. So Mercury is at the end of Scorpio. Venus is at the beginning of Scorpio. They're actually coming together. They won't meet up, but they're actually coming together right now. And as that's happening, it's digging up anything that is internal, anything that is private and secret, or anything that you missed last time Venus was at those numbers. All of that will come up, so we're able to examine it and just work it and take care of it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. Again, keep an eye out. I'll make an announcement when the 2019 individual videos are up, but all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and you'll be notified when I put new videos up, and one day all 12 are going to be up. So you're going to get a whole bunch of notices on one day. Sorry about that. But please like, comment, share. You know the routine. I appreciate it. This is how we get out into the world these days. So that's why it's important. You guys are important. All right. Blessings. Namaste.